I'm Ellis Martin. Join me for a conversation with Tim Termuende, the president and CEO of Eagle Plains Resources, trading on the TSX Venture Exchange as EPL, and in the U.S. on the OTC as EGPLF. The company conducts research, acquires, and explores mineral projects throughout Western Canada. It favors the prospect generator business model. Eagle Plains is committed to steadily enhancing shareholder value by advancing the diverse portfolio of projects toward discovery through collaborative partnerships and development of a highly experienced technical team. Tim, welcome back to the program. It's been a while. How are you?
Good to be back. Thank you.
And you've been busy. You've been very, very busy lately. Give us an overview of the company and tell us what's happening with your amazing project generator model.
Yeah, we've been extremely busy right now as these markets continue to improve and commodity prices improve. We're seeing a lot more interest in deals. We've got, as you know, a large inventory of projects, multiple commodities. We are heavily weighted in gold and silver, which is very popular right now with investors and other companies. So we're finding now that we're getting a lot of deal flow. We've announced a number of deals in the last few weeks. And with this deal flow also comes the work that comes with these projects. We just announced yesterday that drilling has started on our Olson project, and we expect to see 2 more drill programs in October, namely on our Donna project and our Iron Range project. The Donna project we own 100%, so we'll be rolling the dice with our own treasury on that. The other 2 projects, the Olson and the Iron Range, are being funded by our partners, which is great for us because we shed the risk of drilling and still get to enjoy the rewards as being sort of the landlords of the projects. Of course, the interest we own will change as people earn in, but for now we are 100% owners of all the projects that are going to be drilled this fall.
Well, that's fantastic. And you're fairly well cashed up, aren't you?
We are, yes. We've got well over $5 million in cash and about $3.5 million in shares in other companies. So we're seeing the project generator model actually playing out very nicely. The last 9 years have been opportunity for us to acquire good projects at good prices or next to free if we can manage to stake them ourselves. And now in this bubbly market, we're seeing that we're able to monetize these projects and get them out the door to other partners, which not only gets a lot of work done on these projects, but it gets cash and shares into our treasury and brokerage account.
Well, there's interesting upside at about 12.5 cents US right now. There's plenty of upside potentially.
Oh, absolutely. Anything's possible. We have value. We've shown value over the years. Again, Eagle Plains has a kind of a unique business model, even among prospect generators, in that if we get a project that seems to shine a lot brighter than the rest of them at any given time, we will typically, and have in the past, spun these projects out into a separate company and give shareholders of the new company shares directly in that company. So we take our best project and give it to our shareholders essentially, and we've done it about every 3 or 4 years for the past 10 or 12 years, and it's been a very, very successful model. In fact, Eagle Plains is trading at around 16 cents right now. That's Canadian. If you look at the accrued value of the spinouts, if you held on to those shares, which again was anybody's option, Eagle Plains is really sitting on a value of about $1.40 Canadian right now. So our spinouts accrue to our shareholders, and it's difficult after you do a spinout because you sort of take your best property and get rid of it, which not many companies do, but that's what we do, and we get the benefits directly to our shareholders. I think we're on the right track to deliver value over and over again. We've done in the past. I don't see why it would be any different in the future.
So we should all really take a look at those spinouts as well, shouldn't we?
Absolutely. The most recent, as you know, is Taiga Gold. We spun that out 2 years ago, listed it on the CSE under the symbol TGC, gave every Eagle Plains shareholder 1/2 share of Taiga. So Taiga now is trading on its own. It trade last at 20 cents Canadian a share. So its market cap is the same as Eagle Plains right now. And so the shareholders of Eagle Plains who got their Taiga shares are seeing immediate benefit of that spinout.
Well, I'm a happy shareholder of both companies in full disclosure, so there's some bias on my part. But I never get involved in anything that doesn't make sense to me. So there you go. Tell us about TerraLogic. What are they up to?
Well, TerraLogic, as you know, is the wholly owned subsidiary of Eagle Plains that its focus is on strictly on doing mineral exploration work, quality mineral exploration work. And TerraLogic works not only for Eagle Plains on Eagle Plains projects or with its partners, but TerraLogic also has a lot of third-party work that it does for other companies. So over the years, TerraLogic has been a godsend to Eagle Plains because they have been revenue generating, positive revenue generating throughout the downturns in 2008 initially and then 2011, the big drop. But TerraLogic has been been basically a big key to Eagle Plains' survival, because when Eagle Plains wasn't doing a lot of field work, relatively speaking, over the last 8 or 9 years, but Terralogic was very busy working for other companies, sometimes big companies, majors. So the revenue that came in from Terralogic allowed Eagle Plains to forge on and do our research and do our acquisitions without having to finance it at very dilutive prices. We went for, I think, 6 or 7 years without a single financing with Eagle Plains. So by being able to do that, we are dilution resistant. In fact, after 25 years of being a publicly listed company, we still have never done a rollback, and we are still under 100 million shares with a great treasury and a strong brokerage account and lots of upside, lots of drill programs planned right now. I just think the future looks great for us, and I'm just happy with the position we're in right now.
Well, you certainly are involved in a lot, and I've been looking over your news releases, and we haven't spoken in quite some time. What do you think the future is with regard to iron ore? You've got a project I noticed in Saskatchewan?
Yeah, it's in Saskatchewan. It was kind of a sleeper that Chuck Downey came across when he was doing some research, and it is an iron deposit, quite a large iron deposit, landlocked in Saskatchewan, which definitely reduces the value of iron. But we were more interested in whether or not there's gold in that iron. Quite often in that part of the world, iron formations do carry gold. A good example is the Lupin mine in the Northwest Territories to the north of that. And actually locally in that area, Thingo Lake has quite a bit of gold in the iron formation. But when Chuck was looking through all the data, it was odd that no samples seemed to be reporting or had been run for any gold. It was the focus at the time was strictly on the iron. So we staked it just basically on the off chance that there's some gold in there that nobody thought to look for. So we've actually got a crew that's going in there in the next week that's going to sample the heck out of it and take as many samples as they can of all the different rock types and see if we get a sniff of gold. And if we do, then it's game on. Those things can be very, very valuable. It just may have been overlooked. It might not have. It might be a wild goose chase for us, but that's part of the business.
You're going to let us know what those results
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll be putting out news. And funnily enough, right after we announced that, a major gold company called us up and asked what we had in mind. So they were thinking the same thing we were, but they didn't notice the opportunity we did.
So what can you say to potential investors listening right now to your story for the first time about getting involved as a shareholder with Eagle Plains?
I think there's a lot of value there that people don't recognize, and we haven't really made a lot of noise over the last 8 or 9 years. We've been quietly head down, I would say kind of stealth mode, picking up projects and doing our homework and doing our research and being very, very heavily on the acquisition side. Now we are seeing in this bull market, we're seeing a lot of activity, a lot of interest in our projects. We are now doing a lot of farm outs, and so we've decided that now is the time to poke our heads up and be a lot more aggressive in telling the story and getting the word out there. We are ramping up our marketing considerably right now, just because we think it's time to realize the value we have. Over the years, between Eagle Plains and our spinout companies, we've delivered 10 baggers plus 4 different times, and I think we're well positioned now to do it again. Again, very forward-looking, but people would be better off looking at our track record and then inferring for themselves what's going to happen next.
I've been speaking with Tim Termuende, the president and CEO of Eagle Plains Resources, trading on the TSX Venture Exchange as EPL, and in the U.S. on the OTC as EGPLF. To learn more about Eagle Plains, go to the company's website, eagleplains.com.